look at the height of water slides. So you have water slides at Splash Lagoon and you have water slides at the Wild Water Bay. And these are all the different heights in feet for each of the different water slides. So it says for us to find the mean absolute deviation for each set of data. You guys, that means we have to do the MAD for both of these. So we're going to literally split this in half because, there we go. We have to compare the two MADs. So what we're going to do here, just to make life easier, is to complete the MAD for one set and then for the other. So we're going to do like we've been doing. We're going to add these up together, and I want you to actually do this with me. So right now, you're going to be writing this in your notebook along with me, and we're going to be solving this together. So the first thing is we have to write all of our numbers. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so that is good. Then we're going to put our fraction bar underneath. And there should be 5 numbers like we already stated. So go ahead, you're going to write this down like that. Put 5 here. Remember, we're going to be adding all of these up together. Whoops. If everything would work out nicely, that would be very nice. Did we delete this? What happened? A lot of things are, there we go. My goodness, why is it being so difficult? Okay, so anyways, now we've got this. I want you to right now go ahead, you're going to punch these numbers into your calculator. Yes, you're going to add 75 plus 95 plus 80 plus 110 plus 88. All right, get that all ready to go. You should have ended up with, if you did it correctly, whoops, you should end up with 51. No. We are not doing that. We're doing a different one. Sorry. We are doing the Splash Lagoon. So you should have ended up with 448. Thumb up if that's what you got. That's step 1. We just added all of them up. Put your division sign and put 5. We are going to now find the mean. Go ahead and punch it into the calculator. I don't have a calculator. We all have calculators. Go to Google, open up a tab. Come on now. We got to get resourceful. And you punch in 448, division sign 5. You should have ended up with 89.6. Let me put that in red here. 89.6 is what you should have ended up. This thing loves to be here. So 89.6. That is your mean. Remember, that's our step 1. We have to find the mean. So you all should have found the mean. I'm going to put that in a little box because we're going to take this number and we have to subtract each point in the data set by this number. So now go ahead, we're going to be subtracting, put a little line over here. 75 minus 89.6. Go ahead, punch that in. I'm going to bring my little text box down over here. Thank you very much. Text, thank you. I do not want you. I need text. I'll put this right above my little number line here. We'll bring it down. And you should have subtracted the first one. What did you get? What did you get? You should have got 89.6 minus 75 should give you 14.6. Go ahead. We're going to start listing these out. It's our first one. We're going to do the next one. 95. We're going to subtract 95 minus 89.6. Punch it in. Did you get 5.4? Good. Go to the next one. 89.6 minus 80. I always put the greatest one on the top, so I stay with my positives. And you should have gotten 9.6. Next one, you should punch it in. You're already going ahead, I hope. 20.4. And our last one, we're going to subtract 89.6 minus 88, and you should get 1.6. You should feel very accomplished if you did that, because that means you did it correctly. Okay, now we're going to, oh no, cry is what we're going to do. Something happened. I'm not sure what happened. Text box went away because technology is not liking me today for some reason. So go ahead, and while I'm writing this in there, you're going to be, since you have the numbers correctly in there, you're going to be dividing it by 5. So you should have an answer really quick. Of course, I'm upset that I have to rewrite this, but whatever. I'm not going to make a new video because I don't have the patience of it. And we're dividing that by return, 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 return. We're going to walk this over here. A little bit of a delete. Divided by 5. Here we go, divided by 5. Bring that a little bit down so it actually looks like a fraction bar. There we go. And now we're going to divide, and that gives us, on the top we should have got, I'm going to write it down over here, 51.6 divided by 5. So go ahead and divide 51.6. I'm going to write it over here so it's nice and clear. We're going to divide that by 5. And once you punch it in, you should already have the answer. And it should be 10.32. That is our MAD, 10.32. I hate using these markers, honestly. The little writing mark, they're horrible. So that is our MAD. MAD. You should be very proud of yourself if you got it. Now we're going to do the second one as we're comparing the two MADs. So go ahead, you should be doing this quicker because by this point you should know exactly what you're doing. You're going to be punching in these numbers in the text. I'm going to be punching in the text. You're going to be punching in the calculator. Okay, go ahead, write this out. We're going to add up all 5 numbers, and then our goal is to compare which of these two is closer to the average. We're going to go ahead and then add it up and divide it by 5. Here we go. Wonderful, kids. So now our goal is to add. Once you punch those in, you should have got, I'll give you guys a second, 583, and you divide that by 5. Go ahead, punch that into the computer. Well, some of you do have a computer. You don't all have calculators. 583. Go ahead and divide that by 5. And you should have ended up with 116.6. That is your mean. Remember, this is our mean. We're going to take this mean and we're going to subtract each of the data points. Whoopsie there. Each of the data points by the mean. So yes, you're going to subtract 120 minus 116.6. Go ahead and do that. I'm going to put that in there. As I'm writing them out, you're going to be hopefully writing them on your notebook as well. So I'm going to have my new text box with all of my numbers here. And we're going to be punching these in here. So we have the first number that we subtract, we get 3.4. Now we're going to subtract 108 from 116.6, and you should get 8.6. Next, you should have gone 22.6. Again, you're doing this with me, and you should get 18.4. I don't want to sit there and punch every little thing in and show you how to subtract because that would be boring, since you all should know how to subtract. Plus, you get to use the calculator, so there's no excuse. Okay, now you're going to add all those numbers up, kids. Go ahead, add them up. And then once you add it up, you're going to divide it by 5 because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers. And your answer is going to be 62.4 on the top, and we're still going to be dividing that by 5. Finally, we're getting to the MAD. The MAD is going to be, when you divide that, you should get 12.48. So you should get 12.48. That is the MAD. Now, if I look at 12.48 and I look at 10.32, it says write a few sentences comparing their variation. Well, the truth is, if we compare it, we know that the values for the Splash Lagoon here versus Wild Water Bay, if I look at this, the heights of Splash Lagoon are closer together because look at 10.32 is smaller than 12.48. So I'm going to write that the height of the Splash Lagoon, their numbers are just closer together because the MAD is 10.32. It's smaller than 12.38. So a quick sentence that I could write to explain what's happening here, and I'm going to make this a little bit longer so I can actually write it in there, and you will see it as it pops in there in a second, is that the heights at Splash Lagoon are they're just closer together. Put this in here. You could also talk about the MAD. The MAD is for Splash Lagoon is 10.32 and Wild Water Bay is 12.48. So the MAD at Splash Lagoon is less than the MAD at the heights of water at the Wild Water Bay. So MAD at, I'm going to put SP for Splash Lagoon, are less than the MAD at Wild Water Bay. And basically that's that.